Today I am deep underneath my oak tree canopy and I'm going to be upgrading my garden with a bunch of shade-loving native plants. It's your host with the most, Paul Plant 2, reminding you that Earth is my planet.
Earth is my planet.
So what is going on, guys? It is time we upgrade my backyard jungle and a couple of other areas of my garden that are heavily shaded with some amazing native plants to bring in the wildlife, the birds, the bugs, and of course, for a little bit of that visual stimulation as well. So without further ado, we're gonna crack into some awesome plants that you guys can either acquire at some native nurseries, at your local box store, and everywhere in between. It's time to go. Smash the like button before we get started. And if you guys have any suggestions, I'm all ears. Drop them in the comment section. If you haven't watched my other videos, watch those because probably some of those plants I may have already incorporated. All right, let's get it. So plant number one I am throwing in today is going to be this Scorpio Elysium. Now I do live in Houston, Texas. That is zone 9, and this is the Lone Star Growers exclusive. So this is an Elysium hybrid, and the leaves of this guy, they smell like licorice. Like they smell super sweet. This is an evergreen shade-loving plant. It does need a fair amount of water to get established. I have a straight species, but now it's time to throw in this dude who has slightly more pointed leaves, and I think it will really lend to that native tropical vibe I am going for. Let's get it in the ground. So I found this nice kind of moist area along my fence line where it has dappled light, which is what these Elysiums thrive in. They grow in zone 6 all the way to 10. And my lord, do they smell good. This guy will get about 6 to 10 feet tall, and it also is evergreen, which I think will look clean in this forested area. So next up, I'm gonna throw in 2 red buckeye trees. Now these dudes have probably been a little bit root bound too long, overwatered, or been getting too much sun. They do like the shade, so I'm trying to create that whole forest vibe back here. So I'm gonna throw one right next to my compost bin. It'll get premium soil life and activity, and then the other one I'm gonna throw in a little special place you guys are gonna see soon. So this area feels like prime real estate. Just imagine the growth, the enchantment. Let's get it. So I've seen red buckeyes growing underneath oak trees at the Lady Bird Johnson Wildlife Center out in Austin, Texas, and that's where I got the inspiration to place this guy in this nice part shade area. Now these dudes also like kind of a high to medium moisture level in the soil, so it's good in this area. They grow natively from West Virginia all the way down to Texas, and despite the fact this looks like a twig, hopefully it'll continue to grow and one day get big. Just look at the one I planted in the front yard. 1 year of growth, and it's percolating. All right, guys, so we have made it to my side patio area. Now this area does primarily get a ton of shade. There is a little bit of part sun that does sprinkle through the tree canopies and over the fence, but I want to make this a nice little bird sanctuary. I'm probably going to build a pergola over this area and really have a covered patio, maybe some turf for my son to play in, and all of that. But first and foremost, man, we're going to throw in another red buckeye to have a tree hopefully arch over this space. That will look really nice. And then of course we got to throw in some shade loving shrubs for the birds. So we have the red buckeye in the ground. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man, I really wanted this area to be full and lush with evergreen plants. However, it's been so cold in Houston during the winter times with these random freezes that it has killed the evergreen stuff to the ground anyways. So I'm going with some native plants to bring in all the birds and to really fill in this area during the summer and springtime. I'm putting in Calicarpa americana, or the American beautyberry bush. This dude right here, it is fast growing. It will definitely fill up this entire fenced area. And of course, I want it to conceal the fence as much as possible. The flowers look lovely. So we're not gonna get one of these in the ground, but we're gonna put the 2-pack all up in the porch patio bird sanctuary. So number 1 is gonna go in this corner right here. Now the American beautyberry is absolutely gorgeous. It has these bright purple berries that birds love to munch on, so it is a perfect bird attracted to your garden. It grows in zones 7 to 11, pretty much all throughout the southeast of the US. So I threw the other one in this corner as well. They get 3 to 5 feet tall. They thrive in part shade, and they gonna get big, thick, and juicy, trust it. Oh, then look at that. You have gorgeous tiny little berries already forming. I'm telling you guys, this will be a show stopper during the fall and winter. So this area not only is for the birds, but I'm trying to have it produce some fruit, some food as well. So I have a pawpaw tree right here. I got some dwarf Cavendish bananas in the corner. We'll see if they ever produce. And then I have this passion flower, passion fruit vine. So I'm gonna throw this guy along the fence as well. Hopefully the entire fence eventually gets covered by vines. On this side, I have Carolina jessamine vining. I have some Virginia creeper vining. And I hope that all the vines eventually fill in to really give this that nice evergreen vibe, just encrusted in plants by the time it is midsummer or full bloom in spring. But yeah, let's get this guy in. So I chose this corner because it does get a ton of morning sun, which passion flowers need a minimum of like 4 hours of direct sunlight, and the corner was somewhat vacant. I don't know the exact species of this guy, but passion flowers generally grow from zone 6 all the way to 10. I can't wait to watch this guy fill in and produce some fruit. So in this space right here, the next plant I'm putting in is the coral berry. Now this is another bird magnet, bird attractor. It's gonna go underneath my pawpaw tree. I accidentally just smoked a branch off it while planting the passion fruit, so who knows what's gonna happen, but that's why we guard it, man. So if you guys just listen, you can actually hear the bird popping off. There are hella birds that live in my oak trees, so I just hope they can swoop down and munch on the berries that this coral berry will produce. Now, coral berries grow from Wisconsin all the way down to Texas and pretty much anywhere in between. So if you guys would like to grow one, they're a great food source for birds and mammals. The berries persist through the wintertime, add some interest to the garden, despite the fact that this shrub is deciduous. It still looks architectural. It still will fill out and fulfill my purpose of attracting more birds into the garden. So next up, we have a nice variety pack of plants I'm gonna throw in. All are like a part shade plants. So I have the fall obedient plants. These are small. I got them at Buchanan's Native Plant Nursery in Houston. If you guys know a cheap native plant spot, let me know. All right, each one was $3 and I got 3 of them. And then I also have some pigeon berries, which are great for the little birds. Again, I need that wildlife popping in the garden. And then I have this bright lime green little sedge just to give a try as well. I want to try and plug as many plants in as humanly possible. And the obedient plant gets about 5 feet, amazing flowers, hummingbirds, butterflies, all of that. Let's get it in. So the fall obedient plant can grow tall and the flowers spike up and look amazing, a nice kind of light pink. And these dudes grow natively from Canada all the way down to Texas. As long as the soil is moist and damp, they will thrive, survive, and bring in hummingbirds. So next up, I'm gonna throw in some pigeon berry just to see how it does. And I'm gonna distribute it throughout the yard. That way it can make seeds and hopefully self-seed at that point. Now the pigeonberry natively grows from Florida all the way along the south to Arizona. It doesn't go pretty much anywhere north of Oklahoma. However, it has some amazing little dainty flowers, can get up to about 3 feet tall, thrives in part shade, and likes kind of a medium to moist soil type. Now the last small plant I'm throwing in the shade is this creek sedge, woodland creek sedge to be exact, kind of a slime, lemon lime green. I'm gonna put it right here, man. Let it grow, let it go. Now I'm letting this ride out at normal speed because the creek sedge is really cool, man. It can reseed itself, grow in part shade. It likes moist soils. It grows natively from Canada all the way down to Texas, so it can be a nice shade ground cover for you guys. And also the seeds are eaten by turtles. It gets about 1 to 2 feet tall. It's like a bright limeish green. So I think this is a versatile plant that if any of you guys can purchase, I would definitely recommend y'all do so. I hope it takes off. It's a nice little ground cover. So there it is, guys. We have the shade plants in the ground. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If y'all did, please be sure to hit the like button. Drop a comment down below. I am all ears, eyes, mouth, and nose, head, shoulder, knees, and toes. 2 suggestions.
What?
So yeah, just hit me up, let me know. And until next time, remember, Earth is my planet.
Earth is my planet.
I will see y'all soon. And I'm gonna do a garden tour soon as well, okay? I just did a major project and I gotta edit that video before I give the entire tour. Peace.
Killing these songs, leaving a bloody life I roost to. And I'm in it to win it, so I'm somebody that you should get used to.